on, people? Shame TV here, FBA all day. And while I let you guys come in and the group builds up before we start getting into anything, I'm going to continue what I was doing. So we're going to flip this screen. Man, so once again, everybody who knows me, excuse me, you know how I do when it comes to live streams. I pretty much just I try to give it a second to let people come in, but I just don't have the patience for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like to just sit here and not say anything. So since I don't have the patience to sit here and not say anything, I start talking before people even get in here. So I generally look at it like we'll make it like a video. Anybody wants to know why I'm off camera is because I am enjoying something right now and I'm trying to be professional and somewhat family friendly. That's gonna be the new Shame TV. You know, with we're gonna be family friendly over here. We're gonna at least try to be or attempt to be. So anyway, getting into it, just to jump in, just to talk about it. We're asking the question, when did Donald Trump become this huge racist? And I'm at the point right now where I really, really, really need people to remind me. Because I know all about Hillary. I know all about Biden, especially about him. I don't know when Donald Trump became this huge racist. And maybe people have more information or more insight than I do when it comes to Donald Trump's racist remarks. I remember listening to when that shit happened out in Virginia with the racist shit in that town out there, and they were the person got ran over by a car. He was driving the car through the crowd and whatever. So I remember all that when, you know, like say he drove the car through the crowd, and Donald Trump went out there and allegedly Trump had said something about the racists were good people as well, or the basically the people who were out there who were causing trouble and the neo-Nazis, that they were good people on both sides. So I heard that shit like everybody else heard it. You know, everybody else heard the same thing I heard. And I was like, yo, I went back and listened to it because it was odd. Meaning, I don't know when Donald Trump became this huge racist that he would say some shit like that. And I say that because of my age. Me being 46 years old, I grew up in the 80s. So growing up in the 80s, I've seen Donald Trump. I know all about Donald Trump. Like everybody who is in my age bracket and especially older, and that's what gets me with a lot of black people, especially the older generation. I say that to them too. When did Donald Trump become a racist? Because we all were living together in the 80s and the 90s, and Donald Trump was not saying neo-Nazi Ku Klux Klan racist things. He just wasn't. So like I don't care that he possibly is. I don't really give a fuck about race. Excuse me. I'm talking about this being a family friendly show. I don't really care about racism to talk about it in that manner because it's like someone doesn't like a group of people. Well, who cares, man? Why the fuck do I, excuse me, why do I give a you know what about what you care about or don't care about or who you like or don't like? So that's why I don't care about racism. It doesn't really mean anything. You know what I'm saying? But the point being, when did he become a racist? I just want people to enlighten me. This is not no super duper serious live stream. This is just me in the car about to go upstairs. And I say, you know what? I'm tired of hearing this from the people that I hear it from. I mainly hear it from my groups online, not groups online, but from family members online in certain social media pages where they constantly posting this Trump is racist, Trump is racist. And after hearing it so much, you like, okay, man, like what the fuck, man? Like I don't understand. Yeah, you could watch all my videos, I show my face. Like every video almost I've ever posted, I show my face, including the ones I just did yesterday and the day before. I'm not showing my face while I'm doing what I'm doing. I don't like to smoke on camera like that. It's a little unprofessional. I could sit here and just have a conversation with you. So when I'm done, I'll show my face. But yeah, man, I just want people to let me know when that happened. That's why I chose the thumbnail that I chose, because this is what I grew up seeing in the 80s. It's like, this is what I grew up watching. This is what I grew up seeing. I saw Donald Trump with Don King. I used to see Donald Trump with Jesse Jackson all the time. I used to see Donald Trump with various civil rights leaders and people like that all the time. Never once have I heard these people say that Donald Trump was a racist. Al Sharpton used to be with Donald Trump, like they were like inseparable. Donald Trump, Oprah, and Al Sharpton were inseparable back in the day. Inseparable. You could add other people into the mix. What's the guy? Vince McMahon, the fucking WWE owner. He used to be with Donald Trump a lot. I'm just trying to think of all the people I used to see around. Like if I saw Donald Trump in the newspaper, if I saw him on the news, anything like that, most of the people that I saw him with were a lot of times were black people. And like I said, I'm not talking about just any one group of black people. I'm talking about all aspects of black people, civil rights people to crooked motherfuckers like Don King. You know what I'm saying? Like again, the point being, when did this whole he's saying nigger and he's, waving a Nazi flag, when did all of that happen? Because I don't remember that transition. When I had this conversation with I'm going to put my blunt out, so I guess now I can get on camera. When I had this conversation with one of my family members who constantly posts bullshit about, it's basically Democratic shit. You know what I mean? So he's constantly posting shit. And I posed the same thing to him. And I was like, yo, because we're basically the same age. So I'm like, when did Donald Trump become this big racist? Like, when did he become this huge racist? Now, I personally think that most white people harbor racism against us for two reasons. But the number one reason I think that most white people harbor racism towards us is because that's what they're taught. Like, that's like a no-brainer. Like, when there's no way that you come out acting a certain way and saying certain words without hearing those words. All children grow up repeating words that they hear. That's how they start speaking their first words. That's why if you're around your parents raising a child, like I said before, a long time ago, my sister was young when she had my niece. So we call my parents Ma and Dad. So when my niece, she used to call, initially before she called her mother Mom, she used to call her mother what we called her, by her mother's name. And she used to call my parents Ma and Dad because that's what we said. So most white people say that shit because that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's what they grew up around. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't give too much weight into that, but we're going to stay on topic with this. The topic and the point is, when did Donald Trump become this huge racist? Now, I said my family member's evidence, his only evidence was, what did he say? The Central Park Five. Now, bringing up the Central Park Five to me signifies the end of the discussion because, one, that's a reach. That's an Olympic-sized reach. I mean, like gold medal, you can win the gold with that level of reaching if they had a reach competition in the Olympics. You could win gold saying Central Park 5. That makes zero sense. And to say the Central Park 5, you have to be willfully ignorant to ignore all the people who forced who beat those kids, forced the fucking confessions. All these people, the prosecutor, judge, all these people were Democrats. Every last one of them. Go look it up yourself. One of them, I believe, is still like a huge Democrat person right now. Like I think one of the lawyers, female lawyers, who was involved with the case. So if this person saw these people committing some heinous fucking crime, and the government and the police department is saying, yo, we caught them, we got them. These people who did this heinous shit to this lady who was just walking in the fucking park, we got these people. Who the fuck is not happy that they got them? Who is going to be calling in and writing in a page and taking out a letter and saying, yo, let's not give these people the death penalties for this disgusting shit? That's insane. That was your only go-to to say that this man is racist. Like, I was expecting much more. Like I said, when we went into this whole with that shit in Virginia, and the racist dude drove through the crowd of people, yo, I went back and listened to what Donald Trump said, because I heard people saying that Donald Trump was basically co-signing that shit. And again, not that I would be surprised that a white guy is racist. I would just be surprised that Donald Trump co-signed that shit publicly, because it would have been like, wow, Donald Trump, like, that's crazy, because I used to see Donald Trump with black people, and I mean niggas, like black people, all the time. That's insane. And so when I went back and looked at it, Donald Trump said what he said about those people, and I'd rather you look it up yourself and don't even take my word for it. Assume that I'm lying or I don't know what I'm talking about, and look that shit up yourself and see what he said about those people. It's crazy how people make up shit and have like the whole fucking world going crazy. One other thing that they were saying around the election time, when they were talking about Kamala, you have to vote for Kamala, because if you don't vote for Kamala, you're voting against your own mother, you're voting against your own daughter, you're voting against your sister, you're voting against your wife if you don't vote for Kamala, because Donald Trump wants to take away all women's rights. Well, I looked for clips, I looked for audio, I looked for writings, I looked for somewhere where somebody was sitting down listening to him and writing down the words that he fucking said when he was talking about taking away women's rights. There's nothing. There is absolutely nothing to be found about Donald Trump talking about women's rights and taking them away, the taking away of women's rights. Zero. You had a whole group of fucking chicks out here galvanized behind Kamala, literally galvanized behind her, believing that this man was out here saying, yeah, when I become president, I'm taking away women's rights. Like, what? That never happened. So it's like, I said this before on a video that I did a long time ago. I was like, man, it's making it seem like I'm like pro-Trump, or like I'm out here advocating that we all go vote for Trump or something like that. And that's not at all the case. I'm not against him either, especially if he continues to do the stuff that he's doing. What? You're against that shit? You're against the removal of the IRS? You don't want that to happen? An organization that hassles you, takes money, interferes, and really has no function in society? It has no societal function, for real? You want that shit to stay? You wanted people to put tampons in your son's bathroom and your nephew's bathroom and your grandkids' son's bathroom. Tampons. The fuck? Most women put their tampons in a certain spot or put them away if they have sons, so their sons don't walk in looking at tampons all over the fucking bathroom. That's crazy, man. But people it's the way people lie. It's like the lies you tell, you make me pro-Trump as far as telling what really happened. Because I'm like, damn, man, that's crazy. Trump said that racist shit. Then I look it up, I'm like, damn, he didn't say it. So if he didn't say it, then what the fuck? If he didn't say those things, then what the fuck? What am I to think about the people who are trying to make me think that he said those things? I would say up the whole it was Democrats. It was, man. The whole prosecution, man, was Democrats. That's insane, bro. That's fucking insane, bro. And it's the same people who are saying that this man who believed what we told you about these people is somehow racist for agreeing with us about, I don't get it, dog. I don't fucking get it. What are you talking about? That makes no sense. So since you said it and since you put it out there, now I have to look at you, the one who said it, like, what are your intentions? What are you trying to make me think, bro? What's your point behind all this? What's your point behind all of this, man? So basically, what you are attempting to do is you are attempting to make me think some shit about someone that is not true. Now, I'm pretty sure that Donald Trump is not perfect. So being that he's not perfect, why don't you put out his imperfections and let his imperfections speak for themselves? Instead of you trying to conjure up some shit or take some shit and stretch it and leap and do all these things to make me think some shit about this dude that's not true. I have to look at you, man. Honestly, I have to look at you. I have to think that you are a crook. I have to think that your intentions are ill. And if your intentions are ill, maybe his intentions are not ill. Maybe his intentions are the opposite of yours. Donald Trump, allegedly, I haven't finished this fucking investigation fully, but Donald Trump allegedly is the first president or the first or second president to ever run for office or become president who wasn't attached, whose ancestors weren't attached to slave owners in this country. That's crazy. Because even Barack Obama's were. I saw that whole fucking thing, his whole line. That's insane. But yeah, man, I grew up in the 80s. I grew up in the 90s. In the 80s, I was coming into my teenage years, my preteen teenage years. In the 90s, that was full-blown teenager into an adulthood. And I didn't see any Donald here. Flash news here on News 25 Boston. We have a report here where Donald Trump has just been caught in a racist tirade against blah 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 blah. That never happened. But like I said, I did see popular people that I liked, like Mike Tyson and shit like that with Donald Trump. And they were kicking it and everything. It wasn't on no he's working for Donald Trump or anything like that. It was just they were kicking it, bro. And that was among many. I'm talking about entertainers, singers, all time, everybody. When I say even civil rights people were with Donald Trump, man. And he was with them. He was never caught saying, oh, fuck those niggas. They don't need this. Or forget black people. They're always none of that shit, bro. It was none of that shit. Let me turn this car. It was never any of that, man. So please leave in the comment section if you've ever had anything to attach racism to Donald Trump. If you have anything, you found anything, you came across something, please let me know. I would love to do a video about it. Because it missed me. I remember Trump with black hair. So him being this huge David Duke type racist, like that shit missed the fuck out of everybody. Michael Jackson, come on, yo. You know, like Trump was not on none of that bullshit. Like I said, I heard who was it? It was somebody I think on Tariq Nasheed podcast, and they were saying Donald Trump became racist when the Democrats said so. When Democrats started saying Trump was racist, their fucking little silly ass followers, minions who follow them around, who do whatever, who vote blue no matter who, those people are the only ones who call Donald Trump a racist. People who say blue no matter who, those people call Donald Trump racist. Shame TV, FBA all day. Yo, thanks for coming through. Thanks for sliding through. Thanks for leaving a comment, whether it was negative or positive. Thanks for giving a like or dislike. Just whatever, nigga. I don't give a shit. Just however you feel. It is what it is. But to all the people who support, I told y'all I'm not joking. I'm going to start coming back doing my live streams. I'm coming, if you notice, through the shorts, you know what I mean, because they long the shorts out to like 3 minutes, so I'm gonna start doing more of them. As you notice, I've been doing more, and I'm kind of liking the results a little bit, so I'm gonna keep doing that. And I'm definitely gonna keep the live stream, because I'd rather do live streams than videos, for real, like honesty, man. It's just every now and again there's a weirdo junkie or legally insane who comes through the chat saying weird shit. Hold on, I think we got one in here. I don't know, something Hughes, whatever the fuck. You need to get the diet food stamps, whatever the fuck that means. Like, you get food stamps, fuckface. I don't get food stamps. Sorry, I have to buy my own food. So that's gonna be you and your mom and your girlfriend who are gonna be affected when they take away food stamps. Not me. I'm not gonna be affected by that, because I already buy my own food. And I definitely not going on no diet. Too sexy for that. So thanks for coming through, y'all. Peace. And I'm gonna get back at you. Look at that, 24 minutes. I gotta start giving y'all longer streams, live streams. But I promise I will. Shame TV, FBA all fucking day. FBA all day. The next live stream we doing, y'all, if I have time, what time is it? I may have it to do one tonight, like to actually sit down inside and like use the laptop and shit, set up whatever, I might, and you stream, I might do that. And because I want to talk about Yvette Carnell's whack ass some more. I don't like her. I don't like that whole ADOS bullshit because it's real bullshit. So I want to go ahead and smash down on some of that. I want to talk about a reason why y'all haven't heard me smashing on Sonetta about some of the stuff he allegedly said about foundational Black Americans. I want to go deeper in why I didn't do that. Because first off, some of the shit he said, most of it was fucking weak. You know what I'm saying? It was just normal, typical old people dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he doesn't get to say none of that shit and talking all that we shit because you're Dominican, nigga. And Dominicans always practice anti-Black racism. So I'm just saying, man. You know what I mean? Oh, definitely, yo, I'm definitely DS. I'm gonna get into that shit, man, because I don't like Yvette Carnell. I'm gonna make it that like that and the Sonetta shit and answer that. Cause I was gonna like go hard on that nigga, like do like an hour live stream, probably get it up to 1,000 views or so, 2,000 views, and bust his ass up a little bit. But it was weak. What he said was he weak, and I'm more want to talk about what I'm gonna talk about when I do the live stream. The channel that posted that and made it that and said, oh, Sonetta's top, and go to that dude, that African's fucking channel, and look at that dude's fucking channel. That nigga's fucking channel, that's what we're gonna go after. Cause he got all this fucking shit up there. This African imagery and all this bullshit, and I'm like, nigga, that's art, nigga. Those are pictures, cause I've got imagery of Africa, nigga. So you ain't selling me them dreams or all these kings and queens and all of that bullshit, nigga. You niggas is over there living like fucking in squalor, yo. I seen a young kid, Austin Holloman. Austin Holloman did a video the other day because he's in Ghana. Now, shout out to my Ghanaians because I know some Ghanaian people personally. So I'm not trying to shit on the entire existence of Ghana and Ghanaians because I know a couple of Ghanaians who are fucking solid 100 people. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely not all of them. But what we talking about is like, bro, this young dude, he ain't even trying to be on no exposing shit. That's not even what the video was about. The video is about him literally having a conversation with somebody about what's going on over there. You see what I'm saying? So that's all that's happening. He's just having a conversation with niggas about what's going on. And he's talking about how even paying $1,500 a month in rent for a 1-bedroom, which that's like some shit, nigga, you could get for of $1,700 for a 1-bedroom. You know what I mean? If you want to stay downtown, especially that's starting at 17, $2,000. Easy for a fucking room for efficiency. You know what I'm saying? So what the fuck? You for a regular studio apartment, which is a fucking room with a kitchen, a bathroom, and bathroom and shower, and you lucky if you got one of the people who gave you like a standing, a tower, fucking washer dryer hookup. You know what I'm saying? You'll be fucking lucky if you got that. But generally that shit ain't coming. If you get like a newer crib, yeah, you might get that shit, even in a studio. But even a studio here stop it, nigga, especially downtown. So if Ghana is basically charging American prices down to live. Exactly, Cole. Ain't no fucking African. Like Sonetta said, you know what I mean? Y'all ain't no fucking Africans. But yo, Austin Holloman was like, he paid that much. Yo, listen, he paid that much, right? And he don't have a bathroom. This nigga gotta sit on the ground. This nigga's pissed. He's literally upset, angry. Like, yo, these motherfuckers expect me to shit on the ground, bro? That's why I'd be like, man, the dude who posted that video or that clip of Sonetta saying that stupid shit, the weird little shit, which was weak. It was weak. It was disrespectful. It shouldn't have been said, but it was mild. It was weak. You know, like, I busted Frank's ass for much worse. You know what I'm saying? So Frank knows not to cross and not to go too far. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll actually do this shit. I'll sit my fat ass down and do an hour and a half live stream, nigga, so I know you hear me. So it ain't Frank didn't go that far. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the nigga, the fucking foreigner who posted the video, who cut out Sonetta saying that shit and then put, oh, FBA, blah, blah. Here, that's the nigga we're gonna talk about. That African. Because basically what he want me to do is now, oh, I made this video. Now I got this FBA. Fuck you, nigga. This FBA is gonna go at your fucking African ass, nigga. Fucking weirdos. Trying to have, yo, I'm gonna show his page and everything, bro. He got all this shit with like I said, this African imagery with these mighty shields and shit. Man, them niggas had fucking cow. Hey, yo, okay, whoever remember that show? Y'all remember that show that used to be on Spike? Remember, and that's what I need to do a video about too. Spike TV need to come back. But remember Spike, yo, when Spike had that fucking show, where they would pick different warriors from different groups and different time periods and see if they fought against each other, what would happen in simulated battles. All right. So remember when the fuck they did Shaka Zulu versus William Wallace. Shaka Zulu versus William Wallace. And so they had some African niggas there that were allegedly descendants of Zulus or from Zulu or whatever. And then they had the what's the nigga name, man? Some other dude or whatever. So they was all, then they had the white dudes was there and they were Scottish or whatever, and they were talking about ancient Scottish weapons and all that shit like that. So long story short, we get to the shield part, okay? And that's why I was like, this nigga on his fucking page, he got these Africans with all these great mighty shields. I was like, man, that shit was fucking cowback, nigga. Hey, yo, them niggas' shields was rug. Them niggas had a rug for a fucking shield. Like, literally, nigga, a cowhide. Like, that's not a shield, nigga. You made a whole little statue, put some sticks together, and then wrap some fucking cowhide and strap that shit to it and call that shit a shield. Man, fucking sword cut to that shit so fast. That shit was so embarrassing, man. Hey, yo, the fucking white dude picked the sword up, nigga, and he said, whoosh, that shit cut. And that shit cut right through through that cow fucking hide shield. That nigga took close and he can't remember goddamn nothing before 2020. Oh, man, yo. Hey, yo, man, yo, let me get out of here, man, so I can go inside my home and get something to eat and some more shit and enjoy the rest of this bliss. This is why I wasn't on camera, for the weirdo who was asking me why I ain't on camera. I hate when niggas do that shit, because you're definitely a newbie, nigga. Like, every fucking video I've ever done is on camera. So get out of here. I'ma holler at y'all, man. I love y'all to death. Thank y'all for rocking with me. This shit is always fun when y'all come through. So Donald Trump, when was he a racist? I don't know, man. I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, And I'm telling you, man, I seen Donald Trump with Michael Jackson. He was with Mike Tyson and shit. He used to chill with Don King. That nigga used to be with civil rights niggas and Jesse Jackson and niggas. They all be chilling and shit. I'm just sorry, dog. I don't remember Donald Trump being this David Duke ass racist. So he could be, but I'm telling you, I don't recall Donald Trump out going on tirades like a Hulk Hogan. You know what I mean? Like I don't remember Donald Trump doing a Hulk Hogan. You know what I'm saying? And just dropping them like that. I don't ever recall that ever being exposed. So for those who have that information, please leave it in the chat. And thank you very much for coming through. Peace.